Welcome back again. This is Fox, part 12, I believe, in our Anno 1800 playthrough. In our last episode, we went over ethanol. We talked about all the different ways in which you can make ethanol. Why I decided to choose to make it in Embessa is because this is all free land to me. I don't need any actual physical goods for my playthrough made in Embessa. I don't need lobsters, tea, anything like that for any of the goods in this playthrough to make the new goods for the skyscrapers. So Embessa is a region that is totally free for me. If I can use it to make ethanol without taking up space in the old world or the new world, it's a massive, massive bonus for me. So that's what we did. So yeah, this is the island that I dedicated to making ethanol for our first celluloid production island. We'll come back to this island in a minute. This is the island I've got making celluloid. Not bad, eh? That should say celluloid 1 space 80 tons a minute. Let's call it Cellu1, 87 tons a minute. Yeah, so this is making me 87 tons of celluloid a minute. How many tons of celluloid do I need a minute? You may be asking. Well, I need 375 tons of celluloid a minute. This is what I call a medium island in the New World. And it's making me 87. So if we said 90... times 4 would be 360. So we need roughly, 4 medium islands set up like this with 2 full clusters of, what are these called? So a chemical plant celluloid. 2 full clusters of these on 4 medium islands will roughly make me the amount of celluloid that we need. So we already allocated this medium island. This rubber island will be repurposed, be deleted and repurposed as a celluloid island. Then got this one, top left. I've then got this one. So these are my 4 medium-ish islands. This one's a bit bigger, so if we need any more, we probably should be able to squeeze it on this one. So the 4 medium islands in the New World are going to be dedicated to making me celluloid. I then have this one spare. This is a weird one. I think I'm going to dedicate this solely to making citrus. Mainly for the reason that we can span rivers with trade unions and make the most out of the space we've got here, just sort of spamming this with citrus. So yeah, ethanol we're making in Embessa, which we'll jump across to in a minute. The other things I need then are camphor wax and cotton. Now I am making some cotton on this island. I have got lumberjacks huts dotted around in amongst the houses. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3 lumberjacks huts being clipped by 2 trade unions each. You can see this one is affecting it, this one affected it. These 2 affecting this one, these 2 affecting this one. When you do this, it means you can get massive productivity. See, these are at 408. This should still be going up. No, it's not. They're at 408%. The reason I can make cotton from these is because Ursula and the secateurs, 2 of those each, reduces the cultivation area down to near enough 0. They can work off like 1 or 2 trees. And then we've got double Miss Rodriguez boost. So just from these 3 lumberjacks huts on this island, we're making 24 tons of cotton a minute. That meant I only needed like 50 something, 53 tons a minute, which I'm making on the island with the ethanol in Embessa, which we'll get to in a minute. Camphor wax is a bit more straightforward. This is just orchards. These are the items that I'm going for in the New World. I did say briefly in the last video, I won't be using any items in the New World that give stuff as a byproduct. I really need to use these 3 items that decrease the density to get the most amount of production per good per island. So this one gives plus 20% productivity, plus 25% forest density, which is reducing the number of trees we need. This is 15 productivity, 15 density. This one's 15 productivity, 20 density. So we're reducing the amount of trees we need per orchard by a lot to get maximum efficiency. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 crammed around this one trade union here. I've got 4 around this one, 6 around this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 around this one. So all in all, camphor wax orchards, I've got 27 on this island. That is making me 89 tons a minute, and we need 87. So if I can do this for every celluloid island, is have the camphor wax production on the island, it's a big bonus. I haven't got to ship it around. They get fed directly into the factories. You can see these factories, most of these factories are reaching into these trade union clusters, and they're grabbing the camphor wax straight from these. So most of these warehouses are redundant. I do like to have them dotted around the edge just in case things fill up. So yeah, nice and straightforward. The items that I've got actually in the chemical plants making the celluloid are these three. Just this one actually, if we Google it. Google. Chemical plant chemical plant. It doesn't show up for some reason until you put this in. Celluloid. So the only items that can affect these are, this is the only one that you can get really. This is the only one you can research. These ones are ones that you get from the quest from making the tower. So pretty much the only item that can affect these is this. Now in reality I would like to get them clipped, but the amount of trade unions you would need to clip one of these on an island like this would be ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. So unfortunately they only be boosted by this one item, which gives plus 50% productivity for plus 30% workforce and a 50% maintenance cost. So you're doubling the maintenance cost by having this in, but you're getting half the amount of productivity back again, which is offsetting it. But you're only needing 30% of the workforce, so it's a no-brainer. You're getting half the amount of production, half the amount of workforce, but it's half the amount of production for half the amount of cost. So it's exactly the same as if you span another one down, but it's only costing us 30% workforce. So saving on workforce, which means ultimately saving on space. So yeah, I've literally just got 2 clusters of these. This worked out really well. I've got hardly any tiles of land left whatsoever, apart from this little bit here. No room for any trade union in here to fit anything in, so it's just dead space at the minute. I mean, I probably could, if I needed more camphor wax, I could put one in here. The maximum it looks like I could get it to is about 47%, which is not amazing. I suppose I could delete that warehouse, but we are bang on the amount of camphor wax, or just under the amount of camphor wax we needed for this, so I didn't need it. So these worked out pretty well. I mean, clipping these in, probably didn't need to, because I could have made the whole amount of cotton on the island in Embessa, but hey, I had the space. It's only taking up the space of like 4 or 5 houses per each one, and we're getting a massive boost. The timber at the minute is just being dumped to keep the cotton flowing. I am producing the goods for these on island. I do like to do that. The only thing being imported is bowler hats and sewing machines. They're being traded for at the minute. Coffee, that's going to run out soon because I've deleted my coffee island and it's now a sugar island. But yeah, I will be trading the coffee at an outpost just inside the old world and then shipping it out here as well. Yeah, worked pretty well. I've got massive workforce increase in boosts in the town halls. I've got this one, Mountains back-to-back itinerary for serfs. This gives you plus 50% workforce. This one, historical sophisms of the doctrine school of communism. This gives another 40% workforce, but increases your happiness by 15%. That means we don't have to give them any. We don't have to give them any. What's this called? Happiness boosts, if you like, luxuries. That's the one. And then the third and final one is one that you get from the Anarchy DLC. That's mainly the reason I do it. You get some really cool items from him. This one increases the workforce by 20%, but it is decreasing the amount of income per house. But it also, there's no chance of riots, so good boost. So I'm getting 110% boost. So each one of these houses is pumping out twice the workforce that it needs. Yeah, I'm making the tortillas and the plantains on the island. And the ponchos also, just dotted around the place. You can see I've got 3 poncho factories, whatever you want to call them. Poncho darners, 1 down there, 2 there. And this is the alpaca wool. I am going to be getting alpaca wool I may be swapping around what items I use in Embessa, so we'll be getting alpaca wool for free. I haven't decided yet to do that. So yeah, that's the island. Obviously, using all the oil, I will be shipping that off to the old world to supply my investor islands. So let's now go back to Embessa and have a quick look at the totally... I love this. This is probably one of the best islands I've ever done. It took me a while to work out a really good way to do these, which is space efficient, and it is this way. It's really straightforward, actually. Do I have an island with resources on so I can show you? Yeah, if I quickly build this river slot. So this is literally how I did it. Do it over here so you can see a bit better. So the exact amount of spacing that they needed to fill all the space is what I did. I ran a path down the side and then simply put one there like that with a silo, and that's it. So it fills all the fertile land, perfect space between the two. They're automatically linked to a road. I add warehouses at the top and bottom of the chain, as you can see. Warehouses top and bottom. This warehouse is the only one that keeps stalling, and this one every now and again. I've watched the rest. It's pretty damn good. Every now and again I'm getting a slight amount of stalling, but I'm not too worried because I am creating just a tad more ethanol than is needed on the island over there. Yeah, that's how I did it. The basic spacing between the irrigation so that all lands are covered. Just run a road up one side and then just spam them in like that. You can see there's hardly any wasted space. Little bits here and there. I could have probably done it a little bit better if I needed to. This one was a bit dodgy, but once I got the hang of it, you can see all the space is perfect. Really, really good way of cramming them all in together. Everyone's got a silo. These are running at 400 and something crazy. 450%, I think, full out. The items I'm using in the trade unions. You can see the trade unions here. Every single one of these is inside a trade union. All of them. The items I decided to use are this one, obviously. This is the one that's given us the ethanol, so this was a must. And then I've used the two fine feeds, the fabulous fine feed and the fabulous feed yard and the fine feed yard, which both give a 70% boost by increasing the maintenance cost by varying different amounts. My money's dropped right down. What are we missing?
I thought it might be a bit less boring up here.
Biscuits and cognac. Bear with me a sec. Should be making enough of these. Definitely making enough of these. Slightly making under the cognac now, believe it or not. After me saying that. But the cognac's a massive meme. Biscuits we're making loads. Cognac we're making loads now. We should have enough grapes. Sugar, we're done with the sugar. Grapes, we're good. Yeah, so the money dip. I just noticed the money dipping. It's because I won't get enough cognac. How many ships have I got bringing the cognac over here? Oh, I only got one, but it's only picking up a small amount. Let's increase the cognac production a bit more. We do have the goods. We do have the goods to keep up. Yes, we're digressing. I was over here. So yeah, I am going to test an island with the other chap, the other good item for these goats farms. In my head, it didn't make sense. It's this chap, Mark van der Mark. Yeah, he increases the productivity by 100%. But he increases the modules by 100%. So if we sacrificed one of those 70% boosts and put this chap in, the number of modules is 100% and the product is 100%, so it's cancelling each other out. The amount of space it's using is the same as another farm. But he is taking up the slot of a 70% boost by putting him in, which didn't make sense to me. It didn't warrant putting it in because I was losing the 70% boost per farm. I will test it to make sure that my maths in my head are right, but the only reason to do this would be alpaca wool, which I suppose I do need a lot of felt. But I am trading the felt, so it's irrelevant. Yeah, I think this is definitely the best method I chose. Yeah, anyway, they're nice and easy. Once I'd worked out the irrigation system, just kept plopping them down till I had the amount that I needed. This is making me 460 tonnes of goat's milk, 85 tonnes of ethanol. This island needed 87. Maybe try and squeeze a couple more out of there. I might add in a couple more warehouses. That may be what's stored there, but suffice to say, we are pretty much bang on the money, bar a little bit of tweaking. The other thing then was the coffee that we needed. We said we were making, not coffee, the cotton. We were making a little bit of cotton by those 3 that were clipped. I suppose I could save loads of space by doing that. If they were making 30 by 3 that were clipped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, sorry. I'm always thinking. Yep. Same setup. Mr. Rodriguez, tectonic secateurs, and the Druid sickle. I opted for this one over the legendary one because it reduced the density by more. I mean, you get slightly less boost, but it means you can cram more on the island. So all this is doing is the ones the timbers are making the timber, but main reason because I'm using Mr. Rodriguez to get the cotton as a byproduct. The ones of timber is being dumped, as is the goat's milk. You can see I have got. I've got 3 ships dumping the ones of timber to keep that running. And I've got 4 ships dumping the goat's milk to get it running. I was originally sending it over here and selling it to Katima, but it takes too long to dump all the stuff off, so I decided against it. But yeah, for now that's it. Celluloid. Pretty straightforward. This is waiting for the cotton to come in. I am going to have to add another ship to that route, obviously. Let's have a look at the cotton routes on this. Got 2 ships on it. 2 ships on the cotton route. And they are dumping full loads off at a time. So I need to add at least another ship onto that. We'll let that run for a while and see if they keep up. And let's just deliver now. Yep. Anyway, that was Celluloid. 4 more islands like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already dedicated this island to making sugar. Got a little bit of space here to put in some citrus orchards. 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 massive islands and a couple of little ones. These massive islands are going to be dedicated to making me bananas with Dr. Ali Watsit and the horticulturalist for the main reason of giving me grapes as byproduct, because I've got a whole island over here making grapes and it's not an awful lot. It's 297 tons a minute and we needed something like 600. I believe it's 600 tons of grapes. 494. So this is making me 2/3 of the grapes we would need, but it's taking the space up of about 300,000 investors worth of skyscrapers. So if I can ship this off and make it as byproducts somewhere else, then more the better. But yeah, for now, that is going to be it. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud again. Can the Ambessen farms make use of Dr. Ali? Tea. Hibiscus tea. No. Hibiscus farm. No, I can't. They just use generic ones. Nothing that can produce me grapes. Produce me cigars. Gold. Okay, cool. That's that thought process done. Yeah, anyway, I'm digressing as usual. This just took a little bit longer than I thought, as usual. But that was my first celluloid island. I'll give you a quick look over the sugar island in a little video when this is complete. This is real straightforward. Just zero workforce, zero workforce. Sugar's boosted, farm's boosted, big productivity. We are not making anything as byproducts apart from a little bit of hops, peppers and grapes. 22 tons of grapes. Yeah, anyway, please give this a thumbs up if you like this. Stay tuned for the next one. Join the Discord, come share your progress, and as always, see you in the next one.